a look at the person next to you and say, God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every walk of life, every creed and color, every creed and color, in kinship we unite. In honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Springfield. We're going to start our service today with the blue book. It's under page 18. I start my day, number 18.
I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel the sweet release of peace.
Thank you, Gay and Alyssa. We've got our day started, and we continue with prayer. We light the Christ candles, a part of our connection to the greater unity movement, and we connect and hold individual ministries in prayer each week. This week we hold all the ministries in the state of Texas in prayer. So let's go within for a moment as we envision Texas, a very large state, many communities spanning hundreds of miles. And many of our churches are there, one that I once served years ago in El Paso. So we just send lots of love and light and affirmation of good to everyone in Texas. And we expand our circle of prayer to include everyone in this world, all 8 billion of us, spiritual beings expressing as human beings. And we see each person receiving what they need most to live life fully and successfully. And we bless those regions of the world where there is difficulty, the Persian Gulf, Ukraine, and other areas that need extra love and blessing and divine order. And for this knowing, we give thanks. Thank you, God. Amen. Now I'd like to invite Linda Schneider, our platform assistant, to come up and share the announcements with us.
Good morning, my friends.
Morning.
We are so glad you are here. We extend a special welcome to those of you visiting today for the first time. On your way in today, you should have received a welcome packet. We also have a gift for you. Please see one of our greeters after today's service. Unity is a spiritual, worldwide movement. We are an inclusive community, and we welcome all people. With our announcements, starting this Wednesday, Reverend Alden will begin a summer class based on the Unity booklet, Spiritual Keys to Overcoming Adversity. It is a 15-week class on Wednesdays running from June 3rd through September 2nd from 1 to 2 p.m. at the church. Each week, participants will discuss articles that delve into issues we all deal with as spiritual aspirants, such as anger, anxiety, fear, and so on. Spiritual Keys to Overcoming Adversity booklets are available free of charge in the bookstore. A free will love offering will be received at the end of each class. Each class is based on an individual topic, so come and go as your schedule permits. Reiki treatments will be offered after the service in the Reiki room. Use the sign-up sheet located in the foyer or ask any one of our Reiki practitioners wearing an orange lanyard to receive a free 12 to 15-minute treatment. If you're number 1 and number 2 on the sign-up sheet, go to the Reiki room after the service to begin your treatment. Other participants, please continue to enjoy fellowship at Margaret King Hall until you are called by one of the practitioners. The 9 a.m. Spiritually Speaking class is currently studying Discover the Power Within You by Eric Butterworth. Get your copy and join us for the study of this Unity classic. And everyone is invited to join us for our Mindful Monday Peace Circle on Mondays from 3 to 4 p.m. We will gather in the youth room and on Zoom to take a collective breath and a deep exhale of renewal, connecting with one another in loving kindness to bring more peace to our world. On Wednesday at 5:30, Karen Kelly will lead the gathering meditation via Zoom, creating a safe space for a quiet, introspective meditation. You are invited to participate in the monthly Healing Crystal Bowls meditation with Peggy Patty on Thursday June 4th at 6 p.m. Immerse yourself in the soothing, healing vibrations as we send harmony, peace, and balance into our community and into our world. Suggested love offering is $15. All are welcome to join in the Flute Circle with David Tell on Thursday, June 11th at 1 p.m., held in the sanctuary. Beginners are encouraged to come as well. The community meals team will be having a meeting June 21st after the Sunday service in the board meeting room to begin planning for the Christmas gift bags for the shelter. All are welcome. Christmas, oh my gosh. Anyway, I digress. Whew, that caught me by surprise. We have new gifts for our welcome packets. Packets will now include calm strips and unity magnets. Youth and Family Ministry will hand these out after the service for anyone who would like them. We are planning another art show to start in June. This show will be photography only, and we are looking for photographers to exhibit their art. Contact Doug Brackney if you're interested. The show will kick off with an opening reception on Saturday, June 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. Enjoy an evening of art, music, and refreshments. We hope you come out to support this ongoing fun event. A group trip to Unity Village is being arranged for October. Save the dates and plan to join us. There are sign-up sheets in the foyer in Margaret Kane Hall. This will be an opportunity to build camaraderie with each other while having a meaningful spiritual experience. And it is a very spiritual, holy place. There will be a Pride and Joy service on Sunday, June 21st at 6:30 p.m. at Abraham Lincoln UU Congregation. This service is sponsored by It's sponsored by United Open and Affirming Faith Communities of Springfield, in which Unity of Springfield is a member, and all are welcome. Emails are sent out weekly that have information on current happenings and how to join in events. To sign up for our emails, ask a greeter for a yellow card to fill out or visit our website to subscribe. Also, check out our website for up-to-date information at unityofspringfieldil.org. And we would like to give special thanks to Jen Miller. Hope she hears us in the other room. Thank you, Jen, for coordinating Unity's presence at yesterday's Jacksonville Pride. And thank you to all who volunteered and came out to support. All right, is this when I call you up? Okay. Just taking my orders here. Am I done? No.
Let me see if you're finished.
I'll just stand here quietly.
No, let me check. I should have this all memorized, but I'll take it from here. I'll
Okay.
take it from here. Thank you. All right. All right. Creating our lives, a world through the thoughts and beliefs we hold in mind is a spiritual principle we practice at Unity of Springfield. We also know this truth together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. Now, this past weekend, well, we're still at the weekend, but the Friday into Saturday, our board held its third retreat that I've been a part of. They may have had some before I came, but third one that I've been a part of. And we did a lot of brainstorming, a lot of re-envisioning and thinking about what we might want to change and focus more about what we do here. And we took a look at our vision and mission statements. And these had been created to the best of our recollection and ability back about 2017, thereabouts. And I gave the board, the first time ever, my view of these statements, having become a new minister here 2.5 years ago. And I said, they could use a little attention. And so here's what we came up with, and we want to kind of just roll this out to you with a new vision and mission statement, and let us know what you think of them afterward in the fellowship time. But our vision statement, here we go. Together, we envision spiritual awakening for all. And our mission statement, we provide a positive environment for spiritual growth. Our youth and family statement, we didn't touch this, but we will soon because it's long. Together, our youth and family ministry empowers the next generation with loving kindness and acceptance, creating a safe, sacred space for children, teens, and young adults to explore, discover, and experience spirituality. Now, Linda Schneider could have easily done all of these, but I thought an introduction would be helpful and a little background about them. And what we're trying to do is to create statements that we can easily remember. Someone asks us our vision statement. After a while, we'll be able to just say it. Mission statement. After a while, we'll be able to just, I don't like using the word spit it out, but share it with other people. So at this point, I'd like to invite Linda Cantor up here to read today's daily word.
Good morning. Sunday, May 31st, 2026. And our word for today is world peace. My loving thoughts, words, and actions contribute to world peace. Divine love is my very essence. I draw from this inner source to lay a foundation of love in my heart, and on this foundation, I build a house of peace, compassion, and acceptance. I invite others into this house through my kind actions and words. I live in an awareness that all people are divine, all deserve respect, and a channel to express their true selves. I view the people of the world as my neighbors. We may look, talk, or believe differently, but it is this diversity that fills the world with beauty. I radiate divine love to all and gratefully receive the love that returns to me. This exchange is the basis of lasting peace. Together, one word, one smile, one act of compassion at a time, we build a peaceful world. From Romans chapter 12, verse 18, if it is possible, so far as it depends on you, live peacefully with all. Again, our word for today is world peace. And if you'll join me in our affirmation. My loving thoughts, words, and actions contribute to world peace. And now, before we hear today's meditation and message from Reverend Alden, let's sing My Heart is Open, page 28 of the Blue Songbook.
Well, let us prepare for a time of meditation and inner reflection. And we begin by gently closing our eyes and opening our hearts. And in closing our eyes, we free ourselves from all of the demands and obligations of our lives, of our world. We free ourselves of having to solve every issue and fix every problem. And as we open our hearts, we open our awareness to a ready-built place of love, of compassion. As the daily word called this house of peace. In this house of peace, this inner dimension of peacefulness, calmness, and serenity is something that is innate in everyone. It doesn't have to be built or made. It simply needs to be discovered. And if we're not feeling real peaceful right now, imagine for a moment there is a place within you that is calm, like a windless mountain lake, still, serene, yet imbued with energy, life, and vitality. That awareness and that consciousness, that place, that house, whatever concept we use to envision it, is within each of us. And we are now, individually and together, living and expressing and being in this awareness of calmness and peace. And if any disturbing thought or emotion creeps into our view, we feel this greater force of life and vitality and peacefulness dissolving the heaviness, the weightiness of these emotions and thoughts. And in an instant, we can feel the shift from feeling burdened to being free. As we've already heard shared a moment ago, it is possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all. And it all depends upon each one of us to live from this place of peacefulness. And this ability to do that, this possibility happens because we are intentional about it. we remember, what can I bring to this situation, or to this emotion, or this perception of what's going on in the world? And we remember, within me is this house of peace and compassion and acceptance. Within me is this still, calm, windless mountain lake of beauty. And so it is in this awareness, in this consciousness, that we now go into a time of quiet, calm meditation, a time of feeling ourselves at one with the One, the source of all good, for a moment in the silence. And it is from this calmness and peacefulness and expanded awareness of the presence and power of the one source, creator, sustainer of all that is, the Spirit of God, now pervading through all people, places, throughout this universe. It is from this awareness that we now move from this time of meditation. And as we do, we carry with us, within us, this awareness. And we see ourselves as we go about our day, bringing this to everything that we experience. And for this opportunity, we've had to sit quietly and to open our hearts and our minds to the flow of Spirit. We are grateful and give thanks in the name and through the power and through the nature of the Christ Spirit within us all. And so it is. Amen. I'll give you a moment to come back. Well, a big thanks to everybody who makes our service possible, and we have a wonderful music staff, main core of it made up of Gay and Alyssa, so thank you. As always, I mean it. From the heart. And to our platform folks today, it's our Linda crew. Linda Schneider, Linda Cantor, thank you. Our tech booth today is got Chris Smith and Danny back there putting out the electronics of our service today. To Ron and Doris, our greeters today. To everybody who's brought treats and stuff for our fellowship time, everybody working in youth ed, to Jen Miller, who's been there right now, and to Chris Fairshon, our administrative director in Cincinnati. We thank everybody who's a part of this. We welcome everybody who's watching us right now on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome. Before I get into my talk, I want to remind you that this class that we're doing on the Spiritual Keys to Overcoming Adversity booklet starts this Wednesday. And if you're not busy around 1 o'clock, come on by, join the discussion. If you don't have a booklet yet, when you walk out the door, turn to the left, take one with you. My talk today is called Vital Signs. Vital signs. That's a term that definitely means something today medically in our world. When we talk about vital signs, we want to know, well, what are their vitals? Check their vitals, right? Have you ever been in a hospital and they come by to check your vitals? Nobody? Well, it's happened to me. Or maybe you've been there visiting somebody and somebody barges in the room, gotta check their vitals, and they start going through this whole routine. And often this happens at very odd hours of the night, and if you've ever been in the hospital, somebody's laughing right there. And you want to sleep, and they gotta check your vitals. Why are they doing that? To make sure we're alive. It's their job. So they're checking to see if we're alive. Now, according to a very reliable source that I now like to call Alex Info, figure out the acronym would be for Alex Info. Everybody's looking at me like, what are you talking about? These are what our vital signs are. 4 of them are the standard ones that are routinely checked by healthcare professionals. And so to make sure we're alive, they check these. Body temperature measures how hot or cold our body is. Normal resting temperature for adults typically ranges 97.8 to 99.1. Or if you're from Canada, 36.5 to 37.3 Celsius. We all learned 98.6. Did you learn 98.6? You got to be 98.6, but now they have a range. That's good. We need the range. And I remember when I was working for Best Buy back during early COVID. We have early COVID and later COVID. And I was working for them, and there was a whole routine we had to go through, checking in on our phones just to go to work. And then when we walked through the door, they had a temperature thing that they'd shoot on your head to make sure you were in range, that your vital was, 97, whatever. And if it was above that, go home. And then our pulse rate, our heart rate, measures how fast the heart beats, typically counted in beats per minute. Normal resting pulse for an adult is 60 to 100. That's a pretty broad range. So if we're in with that, our vitals are good. Respiration rate measures the number of breaths taken per minute. The average respiratory rate for a healthy adult at rest is 12 to 18 breaths per minute. And finally, blood pressure measures the force of blood pushing against the walls of the arteries. The optimal adult resting blood pressure reading is less than 120/80 millimeters of mercury. 120/80. So we have 4 essential vital signs: temperature, pulse rate, respiration rate, blood pressures. And if they're within these norms, we're good to go. Yeah, I'm good. If not, they look at you like this. Mhm. And there's that look of concern. Now we got to do something. What kind of insurance do you have? Yeah. I went for a doctor's appointment with my primary care physician on May the 18th. Why did I pick May the 18th? Because it was our wedding anniversary. I knew I'd remember to go. Guess who went with me? Anyway, now I'm getting the stare, oh, you're going to talk about me. Yeah. And so they checked 2 of my vital signs. I guess the others they figure okay. And so they checked my pulse, 81. Oh, not bad. You know, it's within the 60 to 100, so I was like right in the middle. But then they checked my blood pressure. 126/66. 126/66. Isn't it supposed to be 120/80 or less? Now, my doctor doesn't look at me like this, ever. No, she looks at me like this. That's her. Dr. Bauk. If you can see in the bottom, it says Springfield, and then under it says clinic. Yeah, right down over here. That's my doctor. And she smiles at me, big smiles. 126/66. And she would say to me, and I said to me, I'll take it. Because when I first went to her, it was a lot higher than 126/66. Please keep her family in your prayers. She has relatives in a country that we're bombing. Keep her in your prayers. Now, nearly all of us know this routine, having had our vitals checked. It's a part of human life. It's a part of our, as spiritual beings, expressing in human form. And we need our vitals to be functioning within a normal range so that we express good health. And when we're off the scale consistently, like I was, then we need to adjust something. With her, she suggested certain medications that actually work. Of course, there's all kinds of lifestyle things we can do. Donut, no donut, that kind of thing. And we do these things to help bring our vitals into alignment with what can be good health. Now, sometimes we human beings, for various reasons, try to alter our vitals a little bit. So maybe we want to get out of something we don't want to do, and so we may claim, oh, we're not up to the task because of some medical situation. We may be very obscure about what that might be, or we might be very forthcoming, well, I can't do that because of this. Or, some aspects of my vitals are off, I got to watch this, so I can't do that. And when I was thinking about that, where you kind of say, well, I can't do this physically, I remembered a scene from a 60s sitcom that I used to love watching. Maybe some of you saw it in syndication. Remember Hogan's Heroes? Oh, yeah. And there's an episode called Swing Shift. And this is where the heroes, and for those of you who don't know who Hogan's Heroes are, these are guys in a German prisoner of war camp, and that they also have another business on the side of sabotaging the German war effort. And they end up working in a factory making gun barrels. They somehow end up there. And one of them ends up with a badge that says foreman, and he does such a good job as a foreman that they then recognize, well, this is the kind of person we need in the German army. And so I want to play a little clip of Newkirk, who's the British guy in the show, trying to get out of becoming a member of the Wehrmacht, the German army.
You sit over there.
Louder.
Go over there. You sit right here.
Well, this is it. Sure hope I pass. I just won't tell them about my bad back. And if I don't tell them about my bad back, they'll never find out about my bad back. Of course, I can't hide my fainting spells. They can happen any time. But the worst thing about my fainting spells is that I usually fall on my bad back.
Schmidt, inside.
What's the matter, chum? Didn't you make it?
The doctor said my feet were too bad for the infantry.
Pity.
Yeah, and I'm too fat for the tank corps, and my eyes aren't good enough for the artillery.
Shocking.
So, they're putting me in the paratroopers. Müller. Müller! Müller!
Pardon me, did you say Muller?
Inside.
Sit down in the brown chair. Color is excellent. Your name? Muller, Wolfgang Muller. Memory perfect. Hearing perfect, reflexes excellent. Have you had any serious illnesses or major operations? You name it, Doctor, I've had it. In the last 3 days. In the last 3 days? Since Tuesday noon, to be exact. What was I doing Tuesday? Obviously not. Congratulations, Müller. You are in the army. The examination's over? That's it? Correct. We got that. For inhuman, I could be a very sick man. At worst, if you don't obey orders. But I've got all kinds of things wrong with me. Don't you even want to look at my blood? Why? Are you bleeding? Outside.
I'm only too glad to be of service to you, Colonel. Major, I want to thank you for your cooperation. Sergeant, this is Colonel Klink from Stalag 13. He needs replacements for his guard staff.
These are today's recruits, sir. Not much to pick from, I'm afraid.
Aren't you? But as they say, beggars can't be choosers. I'll take them. Get these men uniforms, Sergeant, and have them report to me at once.
Jawohl, Herr Major.
We are certainly scraping the bottom of the barrel these days. Let's see the rest of them.
Dominoes.
Sorry about the dominoes. I hope you found that slightly humorous, but sometimes we do some of that in our responses to people who call it as, oh, I got it, my vitals aren't so good. But most of us have the innate potential to live life with what I would call good health. An emphasis on the word good. Now, in my study of unity and New Thought literature, going back a ways, the different writers, they often use the word perfect health. Have you noticed that? Perfect health, you got to have perfect health. And I always looked at that and thought, perfect. What do you mean by perfect? Depends what you mean by it. Because not everybody has the perfect physical body. Anybody? And not just the 4 vitals. There's all kinds of other tests that they do on us beyond just those 4 blood tests and all this stuff. And then they look at these other vitals, the doctors, the experts, and they get back to you with a report, and they talk about different levels of things, and you need work on this or that. Although I heard somebody who's often in the media claim that their checkup was perfect. Anyway, there's more to vitality than the physical. We could be the perfect specimen of health, but be physically, from a vitality point of view, depressed. That vitality really is an inner quality that has an outer expression. And so what we really need to ask ourselves when it comes to our vital signs, it's not just the 4 physical ones and all the tests, but are we generally happy? I don't mean all the time, but generally happy? Do we feel optimistic about life, our life? Are we feeling vital? Are we feeling awake? Or are we feeling fatigued, tired, low energy, apathetic? This all leads back to the flow of energy coming through us. How is the energy flowing through us? Is it kind of bottled up, or is it really expressing? Kind of like this guy. Are we? Yeah. And so these physical vital signs that they check can be, and usually are, somewhat related to our inner state of consciousness, our emotions, linked to our feelings, attitudes, and belief systems. I came across a Unity writer that I'd like to share with you. Her name is Clara Behringer. I'd never heard her before. But here's what she thought about this. She writes, "Do you tire easily? Does it sometimes seem that fatigue creeps upon you for no good reason at all? If you do, may I suggest that you check on your mental habits to see just what they are. It may come as a surprise to some to learn that the habits of the mind have anything to do with physical tiredness. Yet many know that this is true. Many know from personal experience that when we worry, when we are angry or afraid, when we get too excited or tense, we react by becoming fatigued." She says further, "We can be untiring at all times if we remember to go to the giver of all strength. We can always manage to pause for a moment at the first sign of fatigue and affirm quietly that we are quickened with vitality." I'm going to read that again. We can always manage to pause for a moment at the first sign of fatigue and affirm quietly that we are quickened with vitality. In order to break a long-standing habit of feeling or expressing fatigue, we shall have to use daily denials, affirmations, and prayers. And let it not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So she has a very no-nonsense approach to unity principles. You know, work on yourself, work on your consciousness, get with it, snap out of it, but do it calmly. Just pause. She's a very old school unity writer. You might wonder, who is she? Who is Clara Behringer? Well, here she is, again, a little different shot of her. And this is from a book called Peace Begins at Home by Clara Behringer, copyright 1954. Unity Books, you can see the book right there. I don't know if we have it in our library. But who was she? Well, I went to IMDb to find out about her. You might be familiar with IMDb when you're looking up somebody who was involved with cinema, television, and so on. Clara S. Behringer was born in Baltimore, Maryland, and was a 1907 Phi Beta Kappa graduate of Goocher, I don't know if I'm saying that right, College in Baltimore. Early in her career, she wrote some newspaper magazine articles, and on a whim, she submitted a screenplay which was accepted. She eventually found work writing for several studios, including Edison, Calum, Vitagraph, and Fox. By 1919, Behringer had already written over 100 screenplays and was reportedly making $75,000 a year for famous Players Lasky. 1919, $75,000 a year. I don't know what that works out to today. Okay. In 1928, she married producer William DeMille, brother of C.B. DeMille. And the pair exchanged vows on a train in New Mexico. It was a second marriage for both, and it lasted until DeMille's death in 1955. And after her retirement from film work, Behringer taught screenwriting at the University of Southern California. A deeply religious woman, she was the author of the books Peace Begins at Home and You Can Be Happy. She also wrote for the inspirational Guideposts magazine, and in September of 1956, she succumbed to a heart attack in Los Angeles at the age of 70. A well-known Unity minister, and he was a minister in Los Angeles, Ernest Wilson, recalls her in his writings, having known her. Clara Behringer was a screenwriter of Hollywood back in the day, and she was also Clara DeMille, married to, as we already heard, William DeMille, her brother-in-law, Cecil B. DeMille, of the Ten Commandments, the greatest show on earth fame. We would say she was connected in the business. And she wrote for Unity. And she apparently really worked her truth and had no trouble sharing that with us here today, May 31st, 2026. In a previous talk, I remember sharing with you a bit about my brother Jonathan. Some of you remember me mentioning Jonathan? Here he is when he was very young. This is Jonathan. He was born very imperfectly physically. All right? Half the bones in his body were broken. He was given 2 weeks to live and put in an incubator. He lived beyond the incubator. He lived to be almost 36 years old. Never walked, always in a wheelchair. His vital signs were crap. Mm-hmm. But his vitality signs, off the chart. See, there's a difference between, oh, here are my vital signs physically, and here are my vitality signs over here. What am I doing with whatever vitality I have in myself? And Jonathan wrote a book. This autobiography, this is what it looks like. I don't know if we have any in our bookstore right now, but we've had it there before. Not just any bag of bones. And let me share you just a little excerpt from this. And there's a part of his book where he answers the question, who am I and why am I here? Which is a good question to ask yourself when you're born with half the bones in your body broken, you have to grow a collarbone, you're in a wheelchair. Why am I here? How did I end up like this? What do I do? And so he says, before you ponder these two questions, I want you to keep in mind a few things. First, know and trust that you are about to embark on not a burden. Rather, it is, and this is in capital letters, opportunity. It is not a chore, it is an adventure. When you ask yourself these two questions, think of it as a painting of your own self-portrait, and you are painting a picture for you and everyone to see. Like any good artist, we need to allow ourselves plenty of time to paint our picture. We need plenty of time to find these answers. It is not something you can do in an hour or a day or even a month. Right, after all, Rome was not built in a day. It took 20 years to build the Sistine Chapel and over 200 years for the pyramids. When painting our self-portrait, we must be aware that there are no right or wrong brush strokes. This is not a paint-by-numbers experience. Whatever is right is what makes us happy. If we aren't happy with our picture, what can we do with it? We can change it by simply touching it up a little bit. You know, add a color here or there. Or if we really don't like it, we can get a new canvas and start all over again. And it's okay to do that too. Once we are satisfied with our picture, we should look at our work of art and see it and feel it and touch it and admire it. And then it is time we let others know who we are and why we are here by showing them our work of art. Keep these things in mind. It is time to begin to answer these two questions. Who am I and why am I here? So what is he saying? That maybe our life, our vitality, is linked with our mental images. Come on, you. Our mental images that we're toting around inside of us. And everybody can kind of see what they are. If we don't like it, we can change it. We're not stuck with it. We're not stuck with our self-portraits. We can remake ourselves. That's what the beauty thing is about free will. We have the free will. It doesn't matter what age we are, with the free will to rebuild ourselves, to change ourselves. If you don't like it, change it. I'm going to share with you just a little of what he did with his vitality. This is inside of his brochure for his guest speaking business, Project Speak Out. It's pretty interesting to look at. There he is right there. Now, he grew up, as you can see. And if you look at the top, and I'm going to read what's right above it, in an era where realizing our full potential is difficult, there are people we look for motivation and inspiration. Jonathan is renowned nationwide for giving programs to educate audiences on the challenges of being disabled while encouraging them to reach for the stars. Born with osteogenesis imperfecta, or brittle bones disease, Jonathan has conquered his disability while leading a full and productive life. Listeners will be enlightened and uplifted by his message. Do you want to know where he spoke the most at? Other than my church, of course, but the United States government, particularly the Department of the Bureau of Land Management. Apparently they had some money, and they needed to kind of wake up their employees. He went all over to Bureau of Land Management places and gave motivational talks. He also went into schools and talked to kids. He had no trouble talking with any age kid. And this is his brochure that he used to promote himself. His vital signs were not ever really very good, but his vitality signs, there were times I thought he needed to tone it down a little bit. You know, like when he ran for city council and got these billboards put up around the city of Chico. Imagine if he actually won the race. He came close, but he didn't. You know, we can't all be Clara Berringers or Jonathan Studebakers. I'm not suggesting that. But we can be our own authentic, vital selves. It's just that we need a jump start. Every now and then, we need a jump. Your car ever need one? Yeah. And sometimes we need a jump start. So if you're feeling a little fatigued today, like you're dragged in here today and I haven't had any coffee yet. Well, before you get your coffee, we're gonna jumpstart ourselves, okay? This is my baby guitar, for those of you who don't recognize it. And there was a song that I learned when I was first in Unity. I was 15, I was in the Youth of Unity group. And this was like a standard song that everybody sang at rallies, at conference, in our chapters, and that. And Donna's smiling because she's going to come here to help me lead it, aren't you? Oh, guess not. Okay, I'm on my own. But it kind of goes like this. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, and awake, alert, alive. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. Now that's the Largo version of the song. Largo meaning slow. You know, if you're looking at classical music, it says Largo, you got to play it slow. But now we're going to take it up to Allegro. And that will help us get the jump start we need. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, and awake, alert, alive. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, and awake, alert, alive. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, and awake, alert, alive. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. One more. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, and awake, alert, alive. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. Now, how are your vitals? Well, we're going to do a little singing here. And it is from, let me get the right page here, the Blue Book. It's called Let God Be Seen in Me. It's number 23. Number 23, Let God Be Seen in Me. Thank you. Thank you, Mava. And staff. We now have an opportunity to share of our good with our ministry, Unity of Springfield. If you came here today with a donation to share, we have bowls in the front and the back of the church to receive your gift. If you'd like to give electronically, you can go to our website, unityofspringfieldil.org, and go to the donate link, and you can make an electronic donation. If you're watching online, there should be a link coming up on your screen right now. You can also text to give at 217-335-4121, or you can mail us a donation at 417 East Cordelia, Springfield, 62703. And now let us join together with our offering blessing together. divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful. Amen. Let us now join together with our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And now let us rise and form a circle as we sing, "Let there be peace on earth."